right, guys, getting set for the big flyover today for the Air Force Academy graduation. A plane that's causing a lot of emotion grounded today. It's the Japanese Zero. We're going to hear more about this plane coming up next. Hang on.
Recent federal budget cuts were looking to ground a longtime Air Force Academy tradition.
Yeah, a lot of people bummed out about the flyover not happening, but some folks stepped in, and Craig Coffey is with them this morning. I tell you, this is so great, Craig, because that is what people think about when they think about the Air Force Academy graduation, is the flyover.
Yeah.
Exactly, the flyover, right? And it was in danger of not happening until some very good people stepped up and are making this happen in kind of a really unique, cool way. Taking this, we're going back now, back to World War II, and those will be the planes that we see flying over the Academy today. This is going to be a ceremony that a lot of people will never, ever forget. So let's go ahead now and meet one of those gentlemen today flying the planes. This is Warren Peach. Good morning to you.
Morning.
From the Texas Flying Legends. You're one of the groups here, along with the museum here, the National Museum of World War II Aviation.
Beautiful.
Based right here in the spring. So you're going to fly your planes today. And right now we're in front of a plane that has caused a lot of emotion.
It has.
Over the years, and here as well, with some people seeing this. This is a Japanese Zero plane.
It is.
Right, and this is your plane.
Well, it's one of the ones that I've been involved in this airplane since 1999 in the restoration and everything. It's owned by the Texas Flying Legends now.
Okay.
I do fly it. This airplane was built a month after Pearl Harbor. It's the same type aircraft that was used against us at Pearl Harbor.
Okay.
And obviously, it brings back a lot of emotions. This was our adversary in World War II, and so when we get a World War II pilot, one of our allies, come up to this airplane and look at it, they have very strong feelings.
This is a Mitsubishi design.
It is.
The same people that build the cars we drive today.
Yep.
Yeah.
And this one was built by Nakajima, but designed by Mitsubishi.
You can even see the Japanese the insignias on there, the decals on there as well. And tell us now, because you made a very off the air, a very good point. You know, when you get into flying and you see these planes, of course, are so majestic. They're cool. But you said it's metal.
Exactly.
Right?
Initially, for my involvement, I thought it was all about the airplanes when I was a younger person.
It's the pilots.
And after taking them out in the airshow circuit and to the different things that we've done with them, the people come out, and it's the people and the pilots and the crew members that really are what's neat to be experienced.
Give us a quick story, if you could, real quick, about someone affected by this plane.
I'll give you a local story. I brought this airplane in a week ago, and it was in the Colorado Springs Jet Center hangar. They put it in the hangar for me overnight, and I came out the next morning at 6:20, and there was one of their employees and an older gentleman standing next to the airplane, and he flew B-24s in the Pacific, and the B-24 was a 4-engine bomber, and he said, the last time I saw one of these, he was shooting at my belly.
Wow.
And as he walked around the airplane, you could see a lot of memories, and they weren't all good memories, obviously. And he told a few quick stories about the kind of weapons that they used against them and the different tactics that they had. And as he made a comment that it was unbelievable that there was a Zero sitting right in front of him.
Yeah.
And as he left, he made a very poignant statement about the airplane and the people that flew it.
Gave it the old salute, right?
He did.
There you go, yeah.
So
all right.
It definitely brings back some memories.
All right. Well, thank you so much for being here.
My pleasure.
Hey, more on the way this morning. Again, a lot to get to, a lot to talk about. Very cool today. It's going to be a flyover like we've never seen before and probably won't again. So we're going to toss it back to you in studio.
All right, thanks so much. This is so great. We're kind of like new ground here, or
Love
new
it.
air.
I love the history and everything, Craig. Great job out there. All right, we'll check back in a little bit.
Thanks a lot, Dan. Yes, we're here live today at the National Museum of World War II Aviation. On the way, we'll meet one of the men behind the machines. That's coming up next. Don't go anywhere. Hang on.
They were part of what is known as the greatest generation, and the high-flying heroes of World War II, they are back in action again.
This morning, Craig Coffey on location as history comes alive, providing today's Air Force Academy graduation. Man, I tell you, Craig, I am so stoked for this. I saw him flying around yesterday. I got all excited, and I can't wait to see him today.
Yeah, it's going to be something very special. I tell you what, these cadets are in for a treat, this graduation for sure. In jeopardy, you know, we talked about this with federal budget cuts, that they might not get a flyover because the Thunderbirds are out. Well, guess what? Some people are stepping up big time with some very nostalgic vintage planes that really kind of shaped the world as we know it today from World War II. With us right now, this is Bill. Good morning to you.
Good morning again.
And let's go ahead and talk about these planes. We just saw the Zero. The Japanese Zero plane earlier. And the difference now, I'm sure there's a lot, but one of the main differences is like the shell, the skin on that plane, very, very thin grade of
Yes.
Metal, right?
Yeah, the Japanese airplanes were designed to be extremely fast and maneuverable.
Okay.
So they didn't care about the pilots as much. We cared about our pilots. So
Right.
the pilots in these airplanes all had armor plate. They had, self-sealing fuel cells. They had all kinds of different things to protect.
Much thicker.
Much thicker,
Yeah.
heavier, but that's why at the beginning of the war, our airplanes were not quite as maneuverable as the Zero.
It's American.
That's right.
Right, made in America. Okay, very cool. So tell us now, you're here with Westpac Restorations, okay, on the same property as the museum,
Correct.
the National World War II Museum
National Museum of World War II
to
Aviation.
Yeah, sorry, it's a mouthful. Okay, so what you do, you specialize in restoring these planes.
That's correct. We, like I said a little earlier, we have customers all over the world. We rebuild airplanes. Most of them are 2-3 year processes. So as people come out to the museum, they also get to come over to Westpac, and they get to take the tour of the place. So they
Right.
get to see, like the P-38 back there that'll be flying next year. They'll get to see it as it starts to come together.
How long will a restoration take to complete?
That airplane could be 3 to 4 years. It depends on
Wow.
how bad they start with. So,
Okay, and you have planes here on site, of course, that people can see and enjoy.
absolutely. The
Yeah.
museum has the airplanes, Thunderbolt, the stuff that's over in the museum.
Right.
Westpac has 3 P-38s we're building right now. We've got a Corsair that we're working on. A lot of airplanes. Planes are always coming in and out of here. We're doing maintenance, building propellers for customers and that sort of thing.
It's exciting stuff, and of course, you can come by today and get involved in all the action. Check it out before you take off by 11:30. That's when you're going to
11:30.
fire everything up and pull out of here and take off.
That's
and then
correct.
After the graduation, of course, stop by and check out the planes to the museum too.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
planes are going to be here till probably 2 o'clock, maybe 2:30.
Yeah.
But the museum's open all day, and there's plenty of stuff to see in the museum.
Yeah.
People of Colorado Springs will be proud of what their museum is and what they put together in this thing. It's all been done by volunteers. It's a phenomenal place. So
Very nice. Okay, hey, that's it for now. We're going to go ahead and toss it back to you guys in studio.
All right, it's going to be a good flyover show, I think, today.
Can't
So
wait to
look
see
the
it, Craig.
skies.
I love all the history they got there
Yeah.
too, man. Those guys are great, and tell them we really appreciate them being on our show this morning.
Super nice, super nice. That's right.